that sermon is sharpening me. I'm going to make it through this. Working out is just a reminder for me each and every single day that when times get tough, I'm going to make it through it, and I'm just going to get stronger from it. So when I'm listening to a church sermon, it's just a reminder of that as well.
Hi, welcome to Circuit Walkers. My name is Bill Sarden, and we have a great show today. I'm going to be talking to one of my friends, Tony Dunn, and we're going to be talking about his spiritual journey and how he incorporates his spiritual life into his workout routine and just find out a little bit more about him. So let's jump right in and welcome, Tony. How are you doing today?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good, man. It's awesome to have you here. I know Tony from the brewery here in Morrilton. We've gotten to know each other, and I just have to tell you how appreciative I am of you. Back in December, I quit drinking, and Tony's been really supportive. He even finds non-alcoholic beers for me and drops them out off at the brewery so that I can come and hang out and have something to drink while we're there together. Uh, so, Tony, how are things going, man?
Everything's good, man. You caught me on a good day. My allergies are in check today. If you would have caught me a couple days ago, you would have been hearing me clear my throat a lot on this recording. So I'm feeling good today.
Awesome. You know, I failed to mention this is kind of a crossover episode because Tony hosts his own podcast. It's
Mhm.
one called Brews and Beats. Is that
Yeah,
did I
modern
get
brews
that
and
right?
beats. Modern brews and beats. Modern brews and
Modern
beats.
Brews and
Close.
Beats.
It was close. Yeah,
Yeah.
I been doing it since 2019. So pre-pandemic, and I originally started when I lived in Dallas. And my podcast host and I, we already recorded virtually because we lived on two opposite ends of Dallas. So there was no way that we were going to be able to meet up to record. So we just kept it going during the pandemic, and post-pandemic. I moved here, and we just keep the train going.
Awesome, man. For our listeners, can you kind of let them know what Modern Brews and Beats is all about in case they want to check it out?
Yeah, absolutely. We're streaming on all platforms. So Modern Brews and Beats, we talk when we say modern brews, we're talking about anything from craft beer to coffee to distilling, kombucha, anything that has anything to do with creating some type of beverage, craft beverage. At the same time, my co-host and I, his name is Jerry Richard. He goes by NTX_beer. We love music. Just adore music. And he's slightly older than me, so he comes with a different perspective than I do. But we come together and we like to introduce each other to new music and new brews, whether it's, like I said, whether it's coffee, beer, whatever. And we just like to talk about it, highlight it, and really take unique dives into music.
Yeah. So, has there been a musical group that surprised you that you got introduced to that you just really enjoyed?
Quite a few. There's a lot of R&B groups, indie R&B groups that Jerry's a fan of. One called Moonchild. They're like this indie R&B group that I dig them a lot. They used to open with another group. I don't know if there's so much indie anymore, called The Internet, who I'm a big fan of as well. And that's it's funny how everything in music kind of just connects with each other. Like The Internet is associated with Tyler the Creator. I like Tyler the Creator. The features that they do, Steve Lacy has done for other artists, and it's literally like a spider web effect, man. So that could be a whole other episode of Circuit Walkers if we want to talk music, Bill. So
That'd be awesome, man. I love music too. I'm more of a rock fan. I was in college in the '90s, so a lot of the groups that I like, everybody knows, like Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. But then of course, also veered off into underground music as well. Groups that nobody's ever heard of, like Chorus of Empire, Tripping Daisy. Tripping Daisies was actually from Dallas, so
I
they
am
were from
familiar
your
with
home.
yeah.
And so was Chorus of Empire, actually.
Interesting.
That
Okay.
was one of the cool things about going to college in Little Rock was we got a lot of Austin and Dallas bands that came through. So I really enjoyed that going to see them over at Vino's. Shout out to Vino's in Little Rock.
Shout out to Vino's. Is
Yeah.
Vino's over there in the Soma district? Where's Vino's at?
Vino's is on 7th and Chester.
Got it. Okay. I'm still learning
Downtown.
my Little Rock, man.
Yeah.
I'm still learning all the Central Arkansas region.
I'm not going to send you there for the beer, but I can send you there for the live music and the pizza.
And the pizza, okay.
fantastic pizza and great live music.
We
And it's
we
also all ages. So that's one of the cool things
awesome.
about Vino's. I was able to start going there my freshman year without worrying about ID.
Oh, it's even better.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Well, you sparked my curiosity when you told me that you wanted to share with me your spiritual journey. So why don't we jump right in there and talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to thank you for giving me the space to even talk about it because I it's a lot of my friends, family knows, but a lot of my friends just don't know that I'm a very spiritual guy. I may not talk about it as much as I should. When it's brought up, I don't shun away from it. It's been a journey. I'm 40 years old now, and this journey for me started when I was like 13. Man, that's when I first was saved, accepted Christ as my personal savior. So, what at that time I had no idea what that meant. I was just like, yes, I love God. I accept Jesus for dying for my sins, and here I go. What is this journey going to look like? And little did I know that it's been a journey. It's been a journey.
Yeah, I mean, how many of us really know much of anything that we do at 13 years old? You know,
Exactly. Exactly.
but it's a jumping off point for sure,
Yes.
and every journey has to have a beginning, and that was your beginning at 13.
Yeah, that
Can
was
I
my
ask?
beginning. Mhm.
Yeah, can I ask? Did that happen at a camp, at a worship service? Where did that happen for you?
So at that time, my mother found a new church. We were looking for a different church at that time. We found a church over in East Dallas, Pleasant Grove area called the Inspiring Body of Christ Church with a pastor Ricky Rush. And this is their old location. And it was different. It was a non-denominational church, which what my parents seemed to always find and seek after. And that's when it started. We started just visiting, and we decided, let's make this our home moving forward after a few visits. And we went up there and, accepted Christ as our personal savior and members of the church. And that's when it started. That's when I say it started. Up until then, I we had been members of different churches that eventually, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for? Not defunct, but they broke up, and the church was no longer there. And my parents were seeking a new home, and we were lucky to find that church. And I was actually a member of that church probably into my early 30s, man. It's still around to this day. My mother has a new church now, and then at that time, that's when my wife and I got together, and we ended up finding a different church home in Dallas.
Okay, yeah. So, what does your family look for when y'all are looking for a place to worship?
So, as far as family as my parents or family as like me and Erica
You and
at
Erica
the
and
age
your
of
boys.
13. So, right now, we're still on that journey to look for a true home. And I've talked to you about it before, looking just for diversity, which we have to drive to a little bit further than we're used to. Because being in Dallas, we can find a diverse church not pretty much anywhere if we truly want to visit. But here it hasn't necessarily been a challenge. I don't think we're going to find the level of diversity that we want, but we just want to expose our children to, hey, people may not look like you, people will look like you, but you all have the same thing in common, and that's we're Christians, and we're on this journey, this the spiritual journey that's guided by God, and we're still trying to define that, man. As we go each and every single day, we're still trying to define it, what we're looking for, what we need, our needs and wants, when it comes to finding a new church home.
Hey, we'll get back to the episode in just a moment, but I wanted to ask you a favor. Would you leave a comment, like, and subscribe? I really want to help more people with their physical and spiritual journeys, and this is the best way to do it. The YouTube algorithm depends on interactions between you and me. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment. All those things help. Now back to the episode. Yeah. I ask you that because so many people have different criteria they're looking for. Some are looking for uh, a really great worship band. Some are looking for very traditional worship. And I knew one of the things you were looking for was diversity. And man, that is so hard to find. Sunday, as Martin Luther King said, is the most segregated day of the week. I would
Yep.
love to have a diversified congregation. The real difficulty in that is in diversifying a congregation,
Yep.
somebody's got to be the first to diversify it, and that's not a comfortable thing.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know if we're going to find the level of diversity that we're used to. And we're open to that. And we're totally fine with that. The good thing is, my wife is from Morrilton. So that helped me transition here as well. That, hey, not everything's going to look the same. Like, not everything's going to be the same or look the same like I'm used to in a big city like Dallas. But if we just make some little adjustments ourselves spiritually, and what we're looking for, whatever, we'll be fine. Our in our goal at the end of the day is to find a church home where we can continue to do our growing spiritually.
Right, right. Well, you told me that one of the ways you feed your soul is while you exercise. So, can you tell me a little bit about your workout and how you incorporate your spiritual formation into your workouts?
Yeah, absolutely. And this was something that was developed. I can give you the exact time. It was basically 2017. Up until then, I didn't, obviously, I went to church, but when did I start incorporating with exercising and working out was in 2017. During that time, it was summer 2017 where my cousin, who was my best friend, he died. He committed suicide. And at that time, man, I was beat up spiritually, mentally, everything, dude. I couldn't believe that my best friend was gone. But there's one thing I didn't stop doing. I had to work out, man. That was the only way that I could just deal with, I guess, frustration. Maybe I don't. It's still hard to identify what I was going through at that time. But there was an album by Zach Williams called Unchained. I got to find that album. I actually bought it, but I needed something to listen to other than rap music when I worked out. I was just tired of it, man. Hip hop and rap music, bang bang, shoot 'em up, shake your butt, rap music. I needed something different. And I found that album, and that album really really helped me just grab a hold of something positive. And I was like, okay, that was a good album. That album just kept my mind sharp. Over time, over the next several months, over the next couple of years, I was like, I'm gonna try something different. I'm gonna listen to a church sermon when I work out. I'm a lover of podcasts since I do my own. You do yours as well. And there's a lot of churches that podcast their sermons, including churches that I went to in the past, churches that I was even interested in attending. I may have heard a guest speaker at a certain church. I'm gonna go follow that church. I'm gonna go listen to a couple of church sermons that he or she does. And man, that's been a game changer for me. For one, I like to get up early in the morning to work out, and one of the first things I do, I need something positive in my mind because my mind is my biggest. It's my tug of war, man. If my mind's sharp, I'm sharp physically, spiritually, mentally. I got to be sharp. And the first things I want to do in the morning when I wake up, I need to listen to something positive. So every morning, even regardless to waking up now, even regardless to working out, I have to listen to a church sermon in the morning, whether it's 30 minutes, hour long, hour and a half long. I have to start my day with it. Before I do anything, Bill, before I go listen to my favorite rapper, Juvenile, I have to listen to a church sermon. I have to, just to get my mind right for what the day will bring. And I feel like if I start off on a high level, especially when I'm exercising, it benefits me. It benefits me personally. It benefits my wife. It benefits my kids. I'm in a positive mindset to continue like just getting through the day, whether it's a good day or a hard day. I have to do it, man. And it's been really, really good. Really, really good for me.
Yeah, I mean, it has to work because I've known you for what 3 years now, and I think I've only seen you in a down mood one time. You're always upbeat and positive, and so it definitely is working. And there is something about starting your day off with God that
Yes.
just transforms the rest of your day.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When it comes to working out also, I especially love listening to those church sermons when I am working out because I feel like I don't work out just for muscles. I benefit from the muscles, don't get me wrong. But I love how it breaks down my body. I'm sore, I'm pushing through each set, each rep, but I'm also at the same time while my body's breaking down to build myself up stronger, I'm also doing the same thing with my mind. And when I'm listening to a church sermon, especially when it's a sermon that I love when I randomly pick one and it hits me like, okay, I was meant to pick that one today. Like there may be something in there that just touches me and I'm like, okay, I'm so glad I heard that one today. And when I leave the gym, I feel so good, man. That okay, I'm physically getting stronger and I'm mentally getting stronger too. And I'm spiritually getting stronger. I love when all those three things come together. And I'm just I feel unstoppable, although I'm really sore and tired after that physically. But I know spiritually I'm sharp. I'm sharper.
So, this is just curiosity because we do a podcast for our church service, the entire service. What do you find most when you find look for these? Is it sermon only, or are they putting up entire services?
It's either or. Entire services, with or without the music, that's fine. It's not necessarily what the subject, as far as the title of the sermon is, because I still follow our old church, which is one community church that's in Plano, Texas. And a couple other churches. I even follow. I think it's Second Baptist in Conway, just to check them, just to hear them. It's nothing special in the title. It's literally okay. What am I clicking on today? I'm gonna listen to this church, and I'm gonna just scroll, and wherever it stops, I'm pushing, bam. And I just feel like it's meant to happen that way. I really like to go back too. Some of the newer sermons, not that I'm trying to shy away from it, but I want to hear something that they did last year. Who's this speaker? I want to hear something. I just love to just put myself in that position and then click in something to see, okay, whether it benefits me today, tomorrow, or next month, I'm meant to hear it.
Yeah. So, what kind of workout do you do? Just kind of curious. Are you lifting weights? What's your typical workout consist of?
Yeah, so since I've gotten older, I have incorporated more cardio, and you inspired me too, man. I like seeing you walk around town with your backpack on. I'm like, there he goes, getting his million steps in.
Well, you're up early then.
Well, yeah, that's when I'm dropping the kids off and I see you just walking. Yeah.
Right.
So more cardio, and one of the things about moving from Dallas to here, we have trees in Arkansas, so it blocks a little bit of the sun. So my wife and I do like to get out and get air, be outside when we walk. But I am lifting weights majority of the time. I'm in the gym 3 to 4 days a week lifting. It's been a part of me since I was as young as 12, 13 years old. And throughout high school, I played high school football growing up in Texas, where it's a huge deal. I was always a skinny guy, even throughout high school, and after high school, I got into bodybuilding workouts. For one, I was a couple of reasons. I was tired of being skinny, and I wanted attention from girls, just to be honest with you. And it worked. It worked, and it worked to its good, and it worked to its bad also. But I can't stop lifting weights, man. I love the way I feel. I love the way I look. I've cut back on a lot of other things in the gym as far as just getting too big, because eventually I felt it in my knees because I used to be a skinny guy, and I was like, I'm just top heavy. Sure, I'm doing some lower body workout, but I'm not. It took several years to get aligned properly, but I'm lifting, man. I'm a lifter. I need the free weights. I love pushing the bar. I love it, man. I love it.
So that leads me into my other question was when you are, let's say it's leg day, does a fiery sermon help you to get through it better than just the preachers that are fairly monotone but have a great message? It's just fairly monotone.
Not necessarily. Like, I like both the fiery pastors and the very monotone pastors. What's really going to get me through that leg day is knowing that, again, that sermon is sharpening me. I'm going to make it through this. Working out is just a reminder for me each and every single day that when times get tough, I'm going to make it through it, and I'm just going to get stronger from it. So when I'm listening to a church sermon, it's just a reminder of that as well. especially if it hits home, something I'm going through personally at that time. It's only temporary. This pain in this weight room is temporary. I'm coming out of here bigger, better, and sharper. So that's what the reminder is when I'm listening to church sermons and listening to your show, Circuit Walkers too. I mean, I love the interviews that you've had so far on this show, and incorporating it with exercise just reminds me that this hurt ain't gonna last forever. I'm gonna make it through it, and I'm gonna be better from it. So that's what the reminder is. Now, earlier in the morning, yes, those leg workouts are better than later in the day because I'm physically awake and I've already had a cup of coffee in my system to get me going. So that always helps too.
I'll be honest with you, I hate leg day. That's why I carry the backpack so I don't have to do leg day. You know,
Yeah, no, I get it. It's not the funnest. I'd rather do bench press and back workouts and stuff than legs, but it's part of it, man. It's part of it.
dude, I'd rather get a root canal than do leg day. Leg day just stinks. I say
Yeah,
that having never had a root canal, so I don't really know, but it's just I'd never have liked leg day, even when I was working out pretty heavy when I
yeah,
was younger.
yeah. I mean, I got to get through them. I have to do it. So it's just
Right.
part of life. And again, just having a good sermon on in my ears while I do that. And I love it too, being at the gym where they have music playing on the big system, whatever they're playing. It's funny, like there could be some cuss words going on, but I'm in my headphones. I'm zoned in. I'm all in my head, and I'm focused on what I'm supposed to do. And we're preaching about whoever it may be, Moses or David or anybody. I love it, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
What's cool is, I one of the things that has always been difficult for me is when working out with other people,
Hmm.
you get dependent on them showing up too. And if you get a call that says, "Hey, I can't be there today," you end up skipping as well, and then you fall out of the habit. Your workout buddy is Jesus, and
My
he
work.
never skips out on you. You know,
He never skips out on me, and he's always intentional. And
yeah.
I need that because I'm not dependent on anybody else physically. I love my wife. I love her to death, man. But she is not my workout buddy. We will go to the gym together every now and then, but hey, I'll be over here. She's gonna be over there. But no, my Jesus is a great workout buddy because he gets me right. He gets me right,
Yeah,
man.
I don't know if your wife is like mine. My wife won't work out with me, and in fact, she demands that I leave the room when she does her exercises. I am not
Oh,
allowed to be in the same room.
well, you know what, Erica, slightly depends on what we're doing. If she's doing some yoga, I'm like, okay, you know what, do your yoga thing. I'm gonna be over here. I got to give her props. She actually been waking up and going to like workout class like at 5 in the morning. Man, she's been doing her thing, so she gets a pat on the back.
Yeah, that first thing in the morning workout, it
It's
really
the best,
does
man.
kickstart your day.
I'm telling you, it does. But Bill, I tell you, man, I can't imagine not doing it without putting something good in my head with a church sermon. I don't know if I could do it without it. I don't even want to try. Honestly, if I don't do that first thing in the morning, but I love when the two things come together because I don't work out every single morning, but I still start my day off with the church sermon, man. I want to I want to make my time with God, intentional. So whether that's, I can, God deserves at least 30 minutes from me, at least an hour a day. Why not? And it's time to be by myself on somewhat in a meditative state of mind where I'm focused. I'm focused, man. I need to get better like following. I have the Bible app on my phone. I have a physical Bible, but I need to get better at following with it in my hand as well. That's going to take time, but there's nothing better, man, than starting my mornings off. Bam, focused. Yeah,
Well, I hear you say that it puts you in a meditative state. So, from what I'm hearing is that listening to those sermons is also a form of prayer for you while you are working out.
absolutely, absolutely. There's nothing, man. There's been times where I'm on the bench press and I get to number 8 and number 9 and it's hard, man. And all I'd say to myself out with my mouth, with my tongue, thank you, Jesus. And I pump it up, man. It may seem silly, but for me, it works. It is. And I need to give God that thanks, whether I'm laying under the bench press or just walking to the car. Just it is a form of prayer. It really is, and I'm very grateful and thankful that I'm even able to get up every morning to do that and go to the gym and give him my time, man. Man, I can't. It is a part of me. It's a part of my identity. It's what I do. I have to, man. So yeah, it's just it is that's just me, man.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. And I find my walks in the morning when I'm listening to a theology podcast, or that's man, that's prayer for me.
Yeah,
That is me
absolutely.
connecting with God. It's also how I get a lot of ideas for Bible in a Brew. Listening to that, that I'm like, oh wow, that's great. Let me
Yeah,
write that down. That's something we can explore together. I still need to get you in there sometime. I'd love to have you at Bible
you
in the
do.
Brew just to hear your comments and thoughts. That'd be fun.
Let's do it, man. It's on my to-do list, and it's been on
Yeah,
my to-do list for quite a while. So we'll definitely get that going.
yeah, for sure. So, do you have any words of encouragement for somebody struggling with getting their workouts started that you might want to share with our audience today?
So I will say this, man. It's pretty even in the gym now, people will walk up to me and ask me like certain exercises. I don't put myself out there as someone who's an expert, but I guess they can just tell from my physique that this guy's been in the gym. What I tell people, don't rush, man. Just start. Whether you're lifting super lightweight, just get in there and do it. Make yourself uncomfortable. Make yourself uncomfortable. And you know what? A lot of times, a lot of church sermons I listen to, I love the ones that make me uncomfortable because that means it's something I need to hear.
Yeah.
Working
I
out is
much
something I
rather
need to
I
do.
much rather after a worship service, somebody come up to me and say, "Man, you really challenged me today," as
Yes,
opposed to, "That was a great sermon." Because I feel like if I challenged you today, then, man, that's really God speaking right then.
absolutely, absolutely. Make me uncomfortable. Something that's gonna okay, that stung, but I needed to hear that. And that's what exercising, that's what the gym's gonna do. Because when you leave, you're gonna be sore. That means you're supposed to do it. Now, don't hurt yourself while you're in there, but just start off in there. Just do what you can, figure it out, ask questions. Just like when it comes to church, when it comes to me hanging out with you, I've asked you questions, some spiritual questions before. Ask questions. That's the only way you're gonna get better. That's the only way you're gonna know. So that goes for in life and in working out in the gym. Learn, make yourself available to listen. It's going to be uncomfortable. It's going to be exercising is uncomfortable. I don't love exercising. I do it because I need it. I listen to church sermons. I go to church because I need it.
And one of the most uncomfortable things about exercising that I realized not long ago is that tomorrow never comes. When you say, "I'm gonna start my workout on Monday," and it's Thursday, that Monday doesn't happen. The
Yeah.
best time to start is now, and the same thing is with your faith. It's
Yes.
not something to put off till later. It's right now because tomorrow never comes.
Tomorrow
That's
never
not a
comes.
doomsday thing. That's just, we're creatures of habit,
Hmm.
and we're just going to do what our habit is until we break that habit, and we have to do it intentionally and immediately.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, man. Like I said earlier, when I got saved at 13, my family knew that I'm gonna do this, and here we go. And everything was fine. I get around my friends. I'm just as crazy as as a 13-year-old, as a teenager was. But when I got older, man, I started sharing this with my friends and family, with other friends. That's when I decided I got baptized in my early 30s. So then I got to show them, like, hey, I'm not just telling you, I'm showing you now. And that was another turning point in my faith because it wasn't not that I was being secretive about it, but now I'm outwardly showing you, yeah, I'm not just talking about it. Now you see I actually did it, and it just took me to another level, took me to another level at that point.
You did a great job talking about it today, by the way. So you're not used to it, but you did a great job. I've got
Uh,
one last question for you, and I prepped you for it
you
because
did.
everybody struggles with this one for some reason. But man, as the co-host of Modern Brews and Beats, you should have an answer for this. What is your soul's theme song?
So as a listener to Circuit Walkers, I was prepared regardless, even if you would have not asked me to be prepared for this. But and it was easy, man. One song. So I would say 80% of the time when I'm working out, I am listening to a church sermon. But there's another 20% of the time where I'm listening to upbeat, positive music, whether it's a Christian artist like a Zach Williams or oh gosh, there's Toby Mac. There's a whole bunch of them, but I have a playlist on my Spotify. It's a playlist called Mindset Get Right Power Up. I just made it up one day, and it's just a positive, uplifting songs that I like. Some of them Christian, some of them not, but they get me going. And I started it with one song, and it was by a group called Sounds of Blackness. They were an early '90s R&B gospel group, and the song is called Optimistic. And I l- I love that song because I'm a very optimistic person. I look for the good, I look for the positive. When things get down, I look up because I know I'm not supposed to be down forever. Better days will come, better things will come. I got to stay positive, and that song there, Optimistic. That is my soul. That's my theme song, man. Because I try to not only tell myself that I tell family and friends that who come to me just to talk, and I'm like, dude, well, let's figure it out. Here's the positive side of this. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it, and I've tested this out before, man, and it's worked, man. Just stay optimistic with people we know together, and I feel like I've helped them through some challenging times because I know challenging times myself. I needed that song, and I needed some church. I needed some word. I needed something. I needed a positive message, and so yeah, "Optimistic" by Sounds of Blackness. If you haven't heard it, it's a beautiful, beautiful song. I probably listen to it every other day, honestly.
Awesome. Uh, could you do me a favor and
Mhm.
text me that the link or the name of that playlist? Because Spotify allows people to listen to other
Yes,
people's playlists, right?
I
I
will for
bet you
sure.
there's some listeners that would love to listen to that, and I'll add it into the show notes and into the
For sure,
description
for
so that
sure, for sure.
others can check that out. Well, Tony, if people want to connect with you, how can they do that?
Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm on X at Cool Tony D. That's KOOTONYD. I'm on X because I'm a miserable Cowboy fan. I like to keep up with Cowboy news. I'm on Instagram because I am a lover of craft beer and other craft beverages, but I take a lot of my pictures on Instagram. It's a common it's no I don't lie. I don't take all the pictures. My wife takes the pictures and I just post them. She's a better photographer than I am. But follow me there. But I'm also on Spotify as well, with some great playlists. But again, my podcast, Modern Brews and Beats, we're also on Instagram. We're on M Brews Beats on X, and check out our man. We've done 230 episodes, man, and it's been fun, man. Just talking to people when you have this common denominator about craft beer. It's been really cool just to get to learn their background. They come from totally different places in the world, different places in the United States that I come from, but we have this commonality of love, and that goes for everything in life, man. I think if people just talk to other people, man, this world can be a better place. And I love the people that I've met in craft beer, including yourself, Bill. So I'm grateful to that you're in my life, and I got a chance to know you and your family.
Right.
So
Oh, that's one of the things that was I struggled with when I decided to quit drinking was there is such a community to craft beer.
yes, there is.
Every place, I'm a Methodist pastor. They move me around. One of the things that I always do when I get to a new town is I make friends with the bartender so that I can start making friends with people in the town
Yep.
over craft beer.
Hmm.
But I found that people are loving and forgiving, or they don't have this expectation that oh yeah you've got to have a craft beer with me. In fact, I get a lot of curiosity of what's that taste like with the non-alcoholics I'm doing. So
Hmm.
there's a community there as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. All right, brother. Well, I certainly appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, and I look forward to seeing you probably. Thursday or Friday this week. So you take
Well,
care, my friend.
before you sign off here, let me tell you happy early birthday. I don't know when you're posting this one. I know your birthday's coming up soon.
Oh man, thank you so much. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
for sure, man. And
Appreciate that.
you may see me out. I'm DJing Friday night here at Moral Standpoint Removed. So again, I don't know when you'll post this episode up, but yeah, happy early birthday, man.
Appreciate it, brother. You take care, and I'll
All right,
talk to you
man.
soon. Bye.
Alrighty. All right.
Times